All. In this part of the video, let's study about endogenetic and exogenetic forces. First, let's discuss about endogenetic forces. Okay, what is endogenetic force? Endogenetic forces are the one which originate from inside the earth. Suppose if you consider this as the earth, this is various layers of the earth. The outer part, that is surface, is crust, mantle, inner core and outer core. Okay, the force which are originating from inside the earth is called as endogenetic force. So basic question is, why are these forces are formed? Why are these forces come to the surface? This is due to expansion and cooling of magma. Suppose if you consider this magma, it expands. Okay, when it cools, it goes back to a previous state. Why is this expansion and cooling of magma takes place? Due to variable thermal temperature. As we all know, inside the earth there is various radioactive elements. Radioactive elements. These radioactive elements will undergo disintegration. As it undergoes disintegration, it produces heat, due to which the magma present inside the earth, that is in the mantle portion, it expands. As it expands, as it expands, the surface, there is a force generated, that is called as endogenetic force. So endogenetic forces, there are two types: catastrophic force and diastrophic force. What is catastrophic force? Catastrophic force is nothing but sudden forces, such as volcano, earthquake. These are sudden forces. These forces are, why sudden? Because inside the earth, these forces are additive. They, certain magmas are expanding and certain movements are taking place inside the earth. These are constructive. So over a period of time, which gets constructed through a threshold, suppose its force gets on addition due to variations inside the earth. When these reaches the threshold, it will undergo explosion, you can take in, or it will produce a major release in the energy. That force is called as catastrophic force. The greater, what can I say, like inside the earth, this force is a result of long time preparation. Certain small changes which are taking place inside the earth. Suppose if a crystal plate is like this, okay, inside the earth, it keeps on moving, so a void will be created. Once it get maximum, this crystal plate will collapse. This will release lot of energy and cause earthquake. Okay, this is catastrophic force. It is due to long time preparation. It induces only vertical movements. Okay, now let's come to diastrophic force. What is diastrophic force? Diastrophic force is nothing but slow forces, like whose results can be seen over a long period of time, such as mountain building. We can't see a mountain building in an instant of time. It takes at least thousands of years, like that. Okay, diastrophic forces are two types: epirogenic and orogenic. Diastrophic forces provides both vertical movements, which is called as epirogenic, and orogenic, that is horizontal movement, whereas catastrophic provides only vertical movements. Now let's discuss epirogenic. These are the forces are the one which causes vertical movements, okay, such as upliftment and subsidence. Suppose if we consider this as the coastal landmass, okay, this as the ocean. In sometimes there will be upliftment of coastal landmass or an entire continental mass, okay, that is called as upliftment of landmass. Okay, upliftment of a coastal landmass or entire continental mass. Subsidence is, well, suppose Dwarika, you can say the coastal part is submerged under the water. Okay, subsidence of coast. Okay, it creates subsidence of force due to epirogenic forces. So upliftment, subsidence, upliftment of the entire continental mass or coastal landmass, subsidence of coastal landmass or a part of continental landmass. Okay, these are the two things. Now let's discuss what is orogenic force. Orogenic force is the one which creates horizontal movements. Okay, suppose there are two plates. Okay, these plates move towards each other or away from each other, this is called as horizontal movement. Why orogenic means? It helps in the formation of mountain. Okay, there are two forces can be generated here: tensional force, compressional force. As you show here, these were the plates. Okay, here these were the plates previously. When endogenetic forces acts like this, okay, these plates move apart. Okay, when they move apart, tension will be increased here. Okay, as the tension is greater than the strength of the rock, it breaks. Okay, it breaks and moves apart, creating faults. This is the fault. Okay, this is the fault. So here mountains, such type of mountains which is formed through tensional force is called as block mountain. Okay, here this moves like this moves like this. Okay, when the tension created here is greater than strength of the rock, then faults will happen. Okay, now let's discuss compressional force. When two continental plates, this is one plate, the other plate is here, move towards each other, okay, due to endogenetic force originating inside the earth. Okay, the sediments which are present between them, suppose here sediments are there as shown in the picture, and sediments are here, these gets folded. When these gets folded, it will when these gets folded, finally mountains are formed like this. Mountains are formed. Okay, this is compressional force. Okay, formed through folding will happen through compressional force due to folding of sediments. Okay, for example, Himalayas is formed like this. Himalayas due to folding of the sediments in the Tethys Sea when the Indian landmass crashed into or collided into Eurasian landmass. Okay, now this is with respect to compressional force. Okay, in compressional force there may be crustal wrapping also. When this part of the crust will move towards each other, there may be upwrapping. This is wrapping. Okay, upwrapping also, wrapping of the crust, or down wrapping, upwrapping, down wrapping. These also possible in the compressional endogenetic forces. So these are the with respect to endogenetic forces. I will discuss exogenetic forces in the next, okay, covering weathering, erosional agents, different types of weathering, mass movements and all. If you like this explanation, please like, share and subscribe, and also I'll be uploading videos of all other topics. Okay, hit the bell icon. Thank you.